Salam sejahtera. I am Emmanuel Aaron Elvin Uping Anak Bernadine, your first presenter. For the second presenter is Nur Izzati binti Samsudin. For the third presenter, Nurul Izzah Syafiqah binti Asmat. We will present 4.0 Menu Research for Catering Services. 4.1 Understand of menu. What is menu? According to Paul J. McVeigh in Fundamentals of Menu Planning Book 2008, menu means that it is a focal point or a main point in any food service sectors. Menu is the list of food and beverage items that can be found in all food service that are offered to the customer, along with prices, whether it's individual set or the whole meal, to the customer in the restaurant. It is a list of dishes from which selection has to be done. Generally, menu is a list of dishes served or available to be served at any outlet. To the cook, it is a list of dishes to be prepared. Commonly, menu can be found in a restaurant, cafeteria, food stall, etc. A better menu will ensure that customers will get the information on the availability of various items. This is the example of menu. Go on to the next one. 4.2 Menu Presentation. What is the menu presentation criteria? Menu presentation are important because it shows or reflects the image of the restaurant. The main points or criteria that is needed in the menu are: menu should be stated what cuisine of the restaurant offers. If the restaurant offers Western cuisine, then we already know from the menu itself. Besides, menu need to be presentable, readable, on point, attractive in a creative way. Other than that, menu displays needs to be taken care of. Because of what? That the customer will notice and get the information very easily. Menu displays such as in the chalkboard, advertising wall, or menu book. If the menu are printed in the menu book, get the right paper or card. This should reflect the quality of the establishment. Find a font that fits. Choose a better and suitable font size and the style that can be read easily by the customer. Next, choose the best graphic, design, theme, color, which attractive to the customer's eye. The attractive design will assist in achieving the uniqueness of a particular food operation. The use of language is also important so that the customer will understand well, and it must be accurate and simple. To boost the sales of the restaurant, it is sure to have menu book or flyers at the reception in front of the restaurant. This is to attract the customer to try out the food and beverage in the restaurant. It should reflect current awareness and the current eating trends to satisfy customers' requirements.
Okay, next I will make a presentation about menu style. There are 5 primary types of menu, and I will share some information about them along with some more specific types of menu that Aaron considered primary menu types. The 5 types of menus most commonly used are a la carte menus, which is list the price for each item separately, while the price tend to be higher. A la carte menus have more flexibility. Number 2, static menus A large menu typically divided into categories that doesn't change very often. Number 3. Dujar menus change daily depending on what's available or what the chef prepare. And number 4. Cycle menus, a menu or part of a menu that has repeated option over a specific period of time. And last one, fixed menus, a menu with few options and a fixed total price and also commonly called a set menu. I will explain more about a la carte menu. Our customer can choose individual items and combine them any way they want. Okay, guys, do you know where does a la carte come from? Let me tell you, a la carte is a French phrase that translates literally as by the carte. It began being used in the early 19th century and is not exclusive to food. Let me give you example. A subscription to a cable provider can have a la carte channel selection. That means customers choose which channels they want individual instead of having a set channel package. So, phrase like from the menu and individual price communicate that a menu or section of a menu is a la carte. Next, I will explain about static menu, which is a large menu typically divided into categories that doesn't change very often. It's the most widely used menu today, and it's what you likely think of when you think of menus. That's because the majority of restaurants and bars out there utilize static menu. They typically provide the best customer experience because of the amount of options they provide, their consistency, and their easy navigation. The fact that a static menu doesn't change very often means the customer experience is consistent, but the fact that static menus are large make that consistent experience full of possibility. And as we mentioned, food and beverage is a static menu are usually categorized into different groups. For food, this may be appetizer, salad, entrees, and so on. This makes static menu particularly easy to navigate. As you can see in the picture is an example of du jour menu. That means du jour menu change daily depending on what available or what the chef prepare. So, let me give you some example like chicken du jour means the chicken that available today. Likewise, soup du jour is the soup that available today in the restaurant. Do you know du jour means French phrase that means of the day. Number 4 is cycle menu. Simple words that I can use so that you can easily understand is cycle menu is a part of a menu that has repeated option over a specific period of time. And cycle menu also have definition which is fairly intuitive given its name. I will give you simple example so that you can understand more. Okay, think of a sandwich shop that offer a certain sandwich on Monday, then another sandwich on Tuesday, and so on for the rest of the week. If they stick to those sandwich on those days and repeat that week after week, it's called cycle menu. Cycle menus are often used for two reasons. One is that the cooking operation is relatively small and doesn't have the resources to cook to order items of a large menu. The second is for daily special, like a happy hour menu. Lastly, a fixed menu. A fixed menu, also commonly called a set menu, and there are two common types, which is tabletop menu and the prix-fixe menu. A common tabletop setup has a diner choosing one appetizer from two options, one and three from two or three options, and one dessert from two options, and the total price doesn't change. The fact that there are few options at a set total price makes it a fixed menu, but with some variability. A prix-fixe menu is similar to a tabletop menu, just without the choice. In that sense, it lacks a selection of choice and more ideas of what will be served. Prix-fixe menu may seem rigid, but they are excellent choice for chef-driven restaurant that want food items served as the kitchen intends. When thinking about how to write a menu, it's important to remember that your menu is read by nearly every guest who walks through the door. Much more than a list of items and price, your menu is a reflection of your restaurant concept, style, and the quality you deliver. If crafted correctly, menu description encourage customers to order and ultimately set the expectation for their meal. Use these 5 tips to create compelling description and perfect restaurant menu structure. Number 1. Placing the price. The problematic price list. When prices are neatly lined up on one side of your menu, you are inviting customers to shop dishes based on price and not on their palate or taste preferences. Number 2. Just keep it short. Sure, you could graph about each item on your menu, but description should be concise. Short description don't have to be boring. Use words that pack a punch and language that's vivid and enticing, giving just enough information to make attract customer attention. We also can ignite the senses. Just use sensory words such as fairy, savory, and crispy to describe our dishes. People are driven by their senses, and by using simple yet tantalizing terms that speak to each of 5 senses, you paint a clear picture of what diners can expect from the dish. Know your audience. Are your diners mostly families or college students? Knowing the characteristics of the demographics you are targeting makes it easier to hone in on specific menu items that will appeal to those customers. Do you know, research shows that men and women tend to order along gender-based lines. So, make sure your menu description accounts for both preferences. Men tend to order meals that are described as being healthy and filling, while women lean towards lighter options. Crafting descriptions that appeal to both of these groups will help your menu appeal to people across the board. Last tips is design wisely. Your menu is an extension of your restaurant brand, and while just about every customer reads your menu, you typically have their attention. Organize your menu into categories to make it easier for guests to skim and quickly find what they are looking for. Call out specialty items with boxes, bold text and colors, which increase the likelihood this item will be seen and ultimately ordered. Less time they spend on the menu, the more time they have to eat and enjoy the food.
For the next topic, I, Nurul IZZAH, will be presenting. The next topic is factors that affect menu composition. There are a few lists that will be affecting the menu composition. Firstly, physical factor. A variety of equipment and facilities needed for the preparation and serving of the menu. Variety and psychological factors. Several menu items with low quality of product and more basic restaurant service. guest expectations. Many items are associated with the specific establishment and standards. Time and seasonal considerations. Forcing restaurants to include certain menu items or even eliminate any items from the menu. Appearance, temperature, texture, and consistency of menu items, which is preparation and serving processes. Labor consideration. This includes skill, experience, and availability of the staff. Next, rating food preference. Focusing on customer satisfaction and analysis of trends among the regular guests. Third, in menu standard. This will be affecting the menu designs, for example, calorie of each dish. Menu pricing. Align the selection of items to the affordability of the restaurant's customer. Health concern. This will be affect the entire menu. Selecting the healthier options is the better. Patron expectations. This relates to the brand recognition, clear brand image, and stereotypes. The last topic in menu research for catering and service is food and nutrition in menu planning. Menu planning principles include balance, nutritional quality, aesthetics, and variety, including color, texture, flavor, shapes, and size of food. The equipment and personnel available to produce and serve the menu are also important considerations in planning the menu. Food and nutrition. Food is anything that can be eaten or drunk, which can be injected, digested, and stored by the body. It is used as energy source, building, repair, and protective material. Nutrition. Food at work, will be processed by all body parts receive and utilize the nutrition. Nutrients, components or chemicals in food needed to grow, reproduce, and lead a healthy life. There are two types of food components. Firstly, micronutrients that includes carbohydrate, protein, fat, and water. Then, micronutrients. This only includes two items, which is vitamins and minerals. The picture that are shown is the food pyramid structure. Food pyramid is one of the items that we can use as a guide in the menu planning. From the bottom, there are bread, cereal, rice, and pasta group. Then, there are vegetable and fruit group. Moving up, there are milk, yogurt, and cheese group. Also, meat, poultry, fish, dry beans, eggs, and nut groups. And on the top of the pyramid that we have to use sparingly is fats, oils, and sweets. Why is food and nutrition is important? Healthy diet throughout life promotes healthy pregnancy outcomes, supports normal growth, development, and aging, helps to maintain a healthy body weight and reduce the risk of chronic disease, leading to overall health and well-being. The importance of food and nutrition in menu planning. It is important to keep nutrition in mind when you are planning or creating a menu. For example, every ingredient that consumers have will be affecting the consumer. So it is important to blend proteins, vegetables, carbs, so the consumer gets a little of everything. Round out a meal and makes them feel better and more satisfied. It is also important to know your customer and needs to increase portion size or proteins in any dishes on your menu planning that you serve in order to make sure that the food is satisfying enough for the customer to come in or even to come again to your restaurant. That is all from me. Thank you.